Hello and welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will see some of the latest updates that UiPath released in its 2024.4 release. Let's see what we got for UiPath UI automation package. So firstly, asking user on runtime. So this is mainly used for attended automation. This is used for attended. Let's see what this means. Asking user on runtime. So in general, let's take a new sequence. So in general, in attended automation, if we use some activity, I mean, if we have to click on some element, and if that element and we fail, robot failed to click on that element because of some selective issues. In general, what happens? Automation breaks there, and then user have to retry again. And he has to correct the selector, and then he has to retry again. So now UiPath added this ask on runtime error. So if user has to click on some button, for example, he has to go to orchestrator. I'm just taking this as an example. We don't use automation to automate orchestrator. So if he has to click on automations, if this button is not available in attended, it will automatically fail, right? So now UiPath got this ask on runtime error. So user will get a pop-up to indicate the element on runtime. We take use application browser. So I'm using this as main window. And then I'll add a click to click on automations, but I will not navigate. So just recreate the scenario to create the failure scenario. So I'll click on here, but am not navigating. So now what happens if I go back to home and if I run the automation now, it will come to this window and it will fail to identify automations because it is inside this tab. Let's see what happens. So to enable that ask and runtime, you just have to go to projects, settings, then go to UI automation modern, and then here if you just scroll down under generic, you'll have ask user on runtime error. So you can just keep true for both run value and then debug value. Then click on OK. So it got enabled now. If I just run the automation now, so now so it opened this window, but it failed to identify automation because it is inside this tab or shadow tab. So previously we used to get these three options. Now they added indicate element. So now additionally, you can on runtime you can use indicate and then you can adjust the selector. That's one of the feature that's added for UI automation. And this feature is in preview for all these activities. Use application browser, click, type into set, check, select item, and get text. So next update they made was for set runtime browser. So you can set the browser on runtime by using this activity. You can just mention the browser type, and then it will automatically will be set. And next we got close pop-up. Personally, this is my favorite update, I would say. So we always used to have these issues with production automations, like where we in development we might not get some additional pop-up. For example, in SAP, if you just automate in dev, it will work fine, and then if you deploy it to production, it will fail because of some random pop-up. So to make your automation more intelligent, so that like it will automatically handle the pop-ups, UiPath brings up this additional very great activity called close pop-up. And just try that. To create the scenario, I'm using Excel. If we just open Excel and then we can type something, and then if we try to click on close, we'll get this pop-up, right? So now let's see how close pop-up will handle this pop-up. So I'll disable this. Stack use application again. Click it in the Excel. And then now I'll click on close. Clicking on close. I'll just keep it as an stick selector. It should work. So without close pop-up activity, if I just run this flow, it will close and then it will stop. It will not handle this pop-up. It stopped. So now with close pop-up activity, so we just have to give all possible names. For example, we might get most of the pop-ups will have close, cancel, maybe allow or delay. So these kind of keywords. You can just mention all possible keywords, close, cancel, or allow, or delay. Some keywords which you think that might matter. So these for most of the pop-ups, close, cancel will be commonly be appear or okay. Sometimes will have like okay and cancel. So these are the common pop-ups that we get. Pop-up buttons that we get on pop-ups. So just keep all of them and then let's run the flow. So that I have to close this. Now robot started, it closed, and then it will try to find those keywords in the pop-up, and it found the close and then clicked on close. That is really cool. Next, we have many other updates that UiPath released for 2024. You can just go through this link and you can find all sub updates they made for each individual tool. For example, there are many updates happen for computer vision and then UI automation autopilot. There are many updates happen for document and understanding, and likewise there are like a few updates for mobile automation. So you can go through this link and then you can personally try and then you can comment your favorite one.